Alright guys, we're back. God of War Ragnarok, New Game Plus part, hold on, let me check. 39. Last time I was trying to beat the Valkyrie Queen, and, I think I might have her. Took forever. She's completely cheating, but I think I might have her. We're right into it. Like, comment, subscribe, notifications, all that, and, we're gonna get into it. I do want to say sorry that I don't want to, I just can't keep recording and recording me not beating her. It would end up being 10 parts, the amount of time she's beat me. But I think I have her this time, so hopefully enjoy. Come on. Now I got that blocked out. Oh my god. Oh, thank you, sweet Jesus.
You judge me. You, whose cowardice has left entire realms in ruin.
Sister, I know the hate that burns you
Cheating.
from within. I have felt
Kill
those
her.
flames,
Good.
known the comfort of their warmth.
She's kind of built that. No.
I wronged you. And I cannot change that. Never apologize enough for it. But the hatred, vengeance,
Jesus.
you have to let it go.
It upsets. No, it upsets me how stupid it was. It's just those little blocks and stuff that would always get me. The For Asgard stuff. It was that little block. I kept saying, why is it not blocking? Because it's yellow. I have to dodge it, then block it. Jesus, with this woman. Kill her, please.
Finish it.
Hurry up, bro.
Yes, sister.
Hurry it up. I do not care. I've been cheated 10 times. I'm not doing this. I don't even care anymore. These last couple of fights have been awful. Just god awful. You couldn't have done this before, talked before. I'd take her head and eat it. Genuinely eat her actual head. And then shit it out. I'm so done. I'm done. I'm so done with this game. I just want to play a game that's fair. Because this is ridiculous. I have been played. I have been just, I've been treated like an old woman. See, and that's the trophy. I don't know if you guys can see it. First time ever beating her. Gana. Fucking moron. Get me out of here. God. Awful.
There. I'm sorry it came to...
Freya's armor. At least I got this. This armor is clean. Oh, this armor's clean. That's beautiful. Did I get armor? Right, the Zeus. What? Oh. Increase Kratos' melee damage by 40%, but increase damage by 100. So everything they do doubled. Oh, and I forgot. Her new runic summon, considered the best. Look at this. Does what that does, but got some stun. Oh, and this was 320. Oh my god, I should have switched this a long time ago. No wonder I only got it once per game. And the best part about this, you want to know the best? There's no one to use it on anymore.
I gave her what she wanted. But thank you.
Shut up. I hate her.
So then, how does it feel being Queen of the Valkyries once more?
Queen. Why? There are no Valkyries left.
What about the
Shield Maidens? Will you not lead them? Or rebuild?
Maybe. It would be the first time in a while I have something truly mine.
I want to see it.
We'll see.
What? I didn't equip it, did I? I didn't. Oh, I'm a moron. How did I not equip it? I could have swore I... Oh my god, get me out of here.
Hi, Kratos. Ragnarok armor's on the house. We'll call it a commemorative piece.
It was just the little blocks and dodges that were killing me.
What is wrong?
No. We're good.
Brock,
Yeah.
Svartalheim, funeral. The last spot for Tyr, which is the watchtower in the bay. Let's go, bro. I'm ready to end. I'm so mad. That took forever. Where do I go? What's the undiscovered gateway? Oh, for Brock's funeral. Okay. Well, that's good. There's like 2 or 3 Odin things. So it starts there, then we go there. He's in the watchtower, so I'll deal with this idiot first. First time beating the king, first time beating that Valkyrie woman. Both the biggest cheaters in gaming history. Genuinely. He better be up here, this moron.
It's still here,
Aye,
but it's no longer chained. You freed it?
tried to.
I don't care, bro. That gotta be the worst session of gaming I've had in my days. I'm
As
just
you can
genuinely
see.
angry with life.
Even if he couldn't escape, some part of him appreciates what you did.
If you say so.
I was a prisoner of Odin's. Same as this creature. Same as you. I assume Kratos took your head.
Aye.
And do you resent him for his inability to free your body?
Of course not. But
Then perhaps you have some idea of how this creature feels.
Well, Kratos didn't imprison him.
We will leave you in peace.
And that's the last place to talk to Tyr. See useless ass. Oh, God. I've seen a lot of fan theories talking about how it's so stupid. People think that Tyr is Odin is Sindri, stuff like that, because Sindri destroyed. It's no. None of that is true. None of that's right. None of that even makes sense. I hate theories sometimes, because there's good theories, and then there's bad ones, and then there's ones that just don't make sense, and people are just like gassing it up. The dragon and the queen, 2 toughest fights. The only 2 fights where I had to do the fight until I was sure I was going to win and then start recording. Because I don't edit, and I don't know how to edit, and because I didn't want to make 20 parts of me just fighting them for 40 minutes straight. I do apologize for those. I hate doing it. And her, I had to wait till I was very low on... Her health was for sure going to lose. I had to wait till I knew. Because I recorded one. I was about to record one. Or I did record one. And she was... had like 3 or 4 of those health bars left. It took me down instantly. With a couple of stupid moves. Unstoppable Aura is the one from now on. No. I'm trying to wait for her little thing to hurry up and go. I want it. I want to use it. Oh, fuck. Forget it. These guys are tough. I'll give them
Switching. This is truly thankless work.
It must be done.
I'm sure the civilians were protecting would thank us. Well, thank both of you. Me, they would just point at and scream.
Oh, okay, so there's a monster over there. I don't really care. Got nothing to do with this mission, nothing to do with me. Next, we will fast travel to the... I guess I'll go in the mine first and deal with these idiots. Then we'll go to the wetlands one, and then we will be done. No point in killing that thing. He's just not bothering me. Oh my god, I can't believe if I ever New Game Plus this, I will be on pure demonic timing. The world will know my pain. The Queen's Roar. These next guys. As he slams down, applies a massive amount of sonic to enemies based on her equipped arrow. Beautiful. Would have been useful like 100 different times. If I ever do replay it, I'm gonna use... I might not do any side stuff until I get Atreus. So I want to see his reaction to a lot, like the wolves thing and all that type of stuff. I never did see, or the father stuff. Or I might just do everything with what's her face. I don't know if I'd ever play this game again. Not that it was bad, of course not. I'm a moron. Where am I going? But it's just that there's just nothing more for me to do. Even the two things that I never got to do before, I did. I even got to play with Atreus in some of the missions. It's one dust of realms. Oh my god. The greed. I might replay the first game again though. I remember, I think the only thing I didn't do was, I didn't beat the Muspelheim trials, because they're a lot more, and I didn't, what's it called? I did not. Should I just do wetlands first since it'll take so long? Might as well. I didn't do the Muspelheim trials, the Mist, and I didn't beat the last queen also because she was ridiculous. It's weird. The game said I 100%ed it. I guess maybe 100% of the story is what it means on the PlayStation. Because it says 100% and I've spent like 100 hours or something on this, which maybe I did play through once and it took me longer because I was going through cutscenes and stuff. And then this second time, I completed a lot more. With those two dead, nothing else can take us down. Kind of like a... Oh no, I was about to say kind of like what's gonna take down. What's his name? Ethan? From the Sidemen? Oof. I've seen, not the best thing. It's kind of like, I've seen their little podcast that him and her have, and she kind of throws the, Mia Khalifa thing in his face a few times, and I don't know if anyone's seen it, but he basically let super famous porn star Mia Khalifa sit on his lap, which, not really. I reviewed the footage, and she sat on his knee basically while he was laying down, which still not great because if the roles were reversed, he'd be upset naturally and everything, but kind of goes to that thing I had said at one point where when girls do stuff to guys, guys look like simps. When guys do stuff to girls, the guy looks like a jerk. Like, it looks better it looks worse for him that that happened than her. But if the roles were reversed, things would look bad for him. But anyway, yeah, it's not that bad. Like, she didn't sit on the tip or on his lap. She sat kind of on his knee, basically. And she was at least wearing sweatpants. But if the roles were reversed, like if she sat on a famous, like Jason Love's lap, especially now, type stuff, that would look bad. So it's kind of like, I understand, but it's also like it's a bit dragged.
From behind! Incoming!
What? So
feel
many.
bad for the Asgardians, and even worse for the Midgardian refugees.
Yeah.
Learning the god they indebted themselves to didn't care for them at all. Such a profound betrayal.
Aye, their homes.
How do you think everyone in Olympus felt after me? Like, they're sitting there, you telling me the God of War is doing this? No, it's crazy. That doesn't make sense. Now he's doing it. He's killing everybody. He's on demon timing. Alright, back to the portal. One more. We're done with that. Then Sindri's, or Brock's funeral. Then, it's over and I give my review and reveal the next game. God, that woman was... It's still angering me. The few times you guys be seeing in between is just something. I be playing like on my own, trying to beat some of these guys sometimes, just getting close and trying to redo, and I just can't. Like, her and the dragon, absolute worst enemies in the game. The dragon, just damage output, as you saw. Her, just like, not even exactly health, it's just that blocking. Your blocking has to be godlike, on point. I can only imagine what guys that had to do the perfect parry were doing. I do wish I had my build that I was using, though, from the beginning. That would have been clean. I don't know why she can't help Ro. She's super strong, too. Alright. Last one. Last enemy to fight. I've about 100%ed the game. All the little stuff that doesn't matter, like some dumb artifact or whatever, is not in there. I do wish on New Game Plus, though, all the stuff was available instantly. Like, I shouldn't have to wait to get the spear. Like, I have to wait all the way until Atreus comes. Like, if I wanted to redo it again and not have to go through little stuff, I'd have to wait all the way until I get the spear and get Atreus back, which takes forever. They should let you be able to use the spear. It's not, it doesn't break anything in the game, actually. I can't think of anything that it really messes up.
Incoming Bifrost up above!
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost.
Oh.
Behind you, watch out!
Right flank! From behind! Incoming!
Nicely done.
On your right! Switching arrows!
I believe that was the last stronghold of the Aesir.
How would he even know that?
Odin's oppressive ways have finally ended.
Are you satisfied?
No. Oh, really?
Perhaps the realms may finally find peace and healing.
I'm surprised she's actually satisfied for once in her goddamn life. Those ravens supposed to mean something. Just making sure I don't get any. Nope, no last second loot. To the big funeral. Funeral of the century. It's always weird to me that Atreus didn't come. No one ever cleaned up these bodies. Also, why didn't they disappear like they do with us? Was that? I don't know.
Profane alternate lyrics to my ballads. Absolutely disgusting. But now I wish I could remember some of them.
The paperwork that man created for me. I had to build a chest just for his violations. A big one.
I taught him 20 different ways to cold forge a bolster. Once, he taught me a slightly easier method of wire pulling, and from that day on called me his apprentice.
A true asshole he was. Gods, I'm gonna miss him.
His body hasn't started to decay.
Y'all made it. Just about to send him off.
I have met many on my travels. You are one of the few I would call friend.
I always thought you were one of the dumbest creatures I'd ever met. Didn't expect you to be the bravest, too.
This world is a darker place for your leaving it.
We're taking him to the Sphaired Sands. It's, in the wetlands near the ferry. We'll wait for you there.
Okay. Oh man, they could have done that in the first place. Alright. Let's fast travel there. Look at her in her gold fit. It's a good fit. It's too bad about Brock. Way too bad. Okay. The apple core descent. Okay. Is it? Come on. Oh, they're right up here. Okay, I was about to say, what is going on? This doesn't seem right. Her hands and stuff are really weird.
Damn it.
What is wrong?
I should have changed. Sewn some mourning garb. We're not dressed properly.
We're fine. Dwarves don't typically require formal wear at funerals.
Brock certainly would not.
Perhaps.
Still, now you've got me thinking of what I might look like with some jewelry around my neck stump. Maybe some gold woven into my beard. That'd be quite fetching, eh?
He has some already, right?
Thanks for trying.
It sometimes messes up the cloak and his head.
There they are, brother.
Oh, come on, surely he'll be along. It's his brother.
Let's hope so. Loss can do things to a man. You made it. We can begin.
I love you, Brock. Sindri. Blackpuss.
gets bigger the more you take away.
I don't know if there's anything beyond the light. Afterlives after afterlives or whatever you. But if there is, I imagine he's causing one crazy ruckus there.
Forgive Sindri. He's just, I mean, you know.
Well, that's the end of God of War Ragnarok New Game Plus. It always gets me. The ending to the Ultra brothers. They're both gone now. That's the end of it all, I guess. What about I'm trying to just even begin to collect my thoughts and thing. That's crazy ending. I forgot the Vikings do that for their funerals. They burn their dead. But, yeah, God of War Ragnarok. There's no... I know I've said it 1,000 times, complained, yelled, screamed, all that stuff about hating it, talking about it not winning Game of the Year. It was my Game of the Year that year. I did like it. I don't play games like Elden Ring. It's not my thing. It's just not really for me. But besides all of that, I love the game. It's very good. I think the first game was better than this game, personally. Oh, yeah, let me get... Oh, Christ, okay. So I'm gonna have to... I think the first game was better than this game, personally, only because it was a new, different story, and it was... What's the word? I guess it was just kind of fresh and different. This one continues off of... This is continuing from everything from the last game. It is kind of... It makes everything more, the combat's more, the story's more, the worlds are more. It's a lot more of the better stuff. Never, that's not a bad thing, but it's just the other thing, everything was new. Nothing was something I had already seen. There are things in this that I'd already seen though. But like always, the way I rate games is story, gameplay, and graphics. But before we do that, let me get the length of how long it took me to play. I don't know why. There's always this one that I try to click on. It doesn't work. Then I click on a second one and that one works. One day, 12 hours, 2 minutes. Now there are two other parts. This doesn't count like the other two parts. I'm trying to think. So the other one was like 2 hours plus one more hour. So that's 24 plus 15 is about 39, almost 40 hours, which makes sense with skipping cutscenes and everything. And that's how long the other one kind of said it was. Like, not as long. It evened out because I skipped cutscenes and stuff in the other one and didn't do things my first playthrough. But that's how long it took. This game came with my PlayStation, so I got it for free, technically, kind of. And I've been playing with my God of War Ragnarok controller that I got for this one. And yeah, so first I'll start with graphics. Graphics are great. They look fantastic. There are those little moments that mess up for me, personally. They, it's just little stuff clipping here and there, especially on New Game Plus. There's armors and stuff they didn't really do the biggest work on keeping, but God, this armor I have on is beautiful. The bear stuff, fantastic. I love it. It's my favorite thing. There was nothing to even like switch for me because it's just the best. Out of every armor I saw in this game, this one is perfect for me. I just like it. I like the leather, the black. It's my color. It's all of it. And they even like everyone was saying that they were hoping that this armor would be playable in. Even the little snow that just stays there. It's all good. But besides armors for both Kratos, his companion, uh, Atreus, the worlds, the graphics in general are even better than the other game. It's a lot more spectacles, a lot bigger stuff. Thor, Odin, everyone looked and felt crazy. The new enemy designs, Valkyries, Muspelheim, are blades and stuff. Like the Leviathan axe, look at that design on it. It's crazy. It's just the blades of chaos, even the spear of Draupnir, or the Draupnir spear, whatever. But all of the designs and everything are shields. They all look crazy good. It's just all beautiful. The entire game is genuinely good looking, especially on PS5 and everything on a good TV. Kratos looks even better than the last game. God of War 4, I'd say it probably had 9 out of 10 for graphics. This, it steps it up a bit. I'd say maybe a 9.5 in all honesty for graphics. There's no such thing as a perfect looking game. This game is pretty damn near perfect. So graphics, and that's including other enemies, Kratos, her, Atreus, worlds, people, Thor, all of it. All of it looks great. Nothing looks bad. There's no like enemy type that doesn't look kinda interesting or something. Everyone and everything looks pretty good. The gameplay, I know I complained a lot about certain things. At the end of the day, the gameplay is much, and even during this, you guys saw me and heard me learning little things that I didn't think of the last time. Like, I'm kind of an idiot sometimes, but the gameplay just stepped it up a lot. It did step up from what we saw before. New combos, new finishings, new uh, gear, e- equipment stuff, especially on New Game Plus. I know I said New Game Pluses didn't do the best, but just from little armors and stuff that we didn't get like more of, or more runic attacks and stuff, it was kind of a little bare bones when it came to adding more to the combat. I get it. It's not like New Game Plus is something we paid for. It's a free thing they do to let us use our old stuff and get a little new stuff. But the combat, very fun, very great. Especially, I like my build. It got better over time. I wish I'd done some things over time. And now I have some new relics, some new abilities and attacks that I didn't have even when I first played through. But I've got a lot of new stuff. I've ended it out with full strength, defense, luck, and my bottom tier ones are runic, vitality, and cooldown, which I didn't pay great attention to when I first played. I'm not the best at looking into those things when they don't really go into it and explain it. Runic helping runic attacks, luck helping, I think it was like activations. I remember when I first opened this, I never opened it. Luck is gain additional roars and activate chance abilities more often. Cooldown reduces the wait time for abilities. In luck and vitality, my max health. So your max health could be crazy high. But besides that, gameplay, a lot of fun. The axe, my favorite, always a great time around hitting and doing it. The Blaze of Chaos, still good. Some OG weapons. And then the Draupnir Spear, I want to shout out the most. When I first played through the game, I did not know if I'd even like this thing. I really thought I wasn't gonna. I was like, new weapon. The minute I got my hands on it, it is beautiful. It's fast, it's quick, it means something to Kratos, and it looks nice, and it's pretty fun to play with. That some of these finishing moves aren't the best, but it's still a good spear, and I like it. When Freya became our companion, I didn't know if I'd like her, but I was like, oh, I want Atreus. Fighting wise, she's way better than Atreus. She's much more aggressive. She's got bigger and better moves, and it's her. She is naturally a better fighter than Atreus. and shield stuff. You saw me going through my whole world of shields. Found a great shield that blocks stuff, does great for me. And yeah, Spartan Rage, Relics, you saw all of it. All great stuff, all adds in, all builds to what you want to do. Then when it came to me, I was poisoning and barehanding them and doing this, and that. Even though I played through it once, learning new little stuff with the armor, like getting these to do 50% damage instead of 10% just because I had poison and all that. All my little stuff. All the badges, all of it adds into the combat. There's combos, there's stunning, there's even the Muspelheim trials, the big boss fights are great and fun. Beating Thor up is a spectacle. And you see Kratos learned from the last time he fought him. He didn't use the ice stuff because it would explode big. He caught Thor's hammer and stuff. He just learned. He learns from his previous fights. Unlike Thor, who just fights to fight. Thor's kind of like a grenade, while Kratos is like a trained sniper. A grenade just goes off while a sniper adjusts. Type stuff. But yeah, I don't even know what else to say about gameplay. Boating around, little puzzles here and there. It's just all been fun. Even the wishing well, it's kind of funny. Different little fights. Those big like purple runic monsters are like a very good spectacle to fight. All the little stuff. The gameplay is enhanced. It's better than the last game by a bit for me. The last game had really good gameplay, but the only problem with it is comparatively to it, it's kind of simple in a certain sense. Like I know I said the last game just felt newer. This game just feels better, if that makes sense. Like it's kind of like a car to a new car is like they're both good in their own way, but the gameplay, I'm gonna have to give the gameplay like I can't say anything below a 9, honestly. I had a lot of fun with the gameplay. It was very fun. So I'd say a 9 for that. And then the story. I've said everything I can say about the story that I don't like. I like the message. The ultimate message of the game is fate doesn't control you. You make your own path. You make who you are. Every choice that they made was not because of fate or prophecy. It was because of what they believed was best. They were doing it for no one but themselves. It's also about, being your own person, forging your own journey, being your own man, and the worst part of the story, loss for a lot of people. When it comes to Kratos is always right. There's those little moments where they try to make him seem wrong, which he's not really wrong. There's moments when his ideals don't fit for the exact part, but in a war you're supposed to be calm, cool, collected, and cold, kinda. In all honesty, this isn't like a little kid war. You're not gonna. This isn't like when him and Angrboda run around in the woods. This is real bloody war. But Kratos is always good, always smart, dropping gems. Death can have me when it's earned me. That's just craziness. What's her name? Freya. Freya, still good. Kind of weepy sometimes for me. Good warrior. Sometimes some funny words to be said. A little annoying though. I didn't notice it the first time around until I played again. I'm like, she's always talking stuff about everyone, but she let anyone say a word about Baldur and she'll start crying. She kept throwing Mimir's mistakes in his face, which I didn't love. It's like we're all about letting it go. Kratos let go that you tried to kill him like 8 times, and she was never gonna kill him. That was the funniest part when they even dared pretend like she could have won. But we're gonna go past it. Odin, master manipulator. I always applauded at his plans and cunning because he is a genius sometimes. I liked his design. I liked what they did with him. I liked his side of the story because he's a pretty good villain. Not the most around, but we always hear his name and see what he has done. He's never like lost in our thoughts. We don't forget about him or Thor or the Aesir in general. They're always in the background. Thor, ah, solid Thor. I mean, not nothing crazy. He's not Chris Hemsworth, but he's a drunk, angry, big guy with a hammer that does weird stuff. What more can you ask for? Some of the little things like Mimir is still Mimir. Uh, real Tyr is something, fake Tyr was something. Frey's brother, the elves, all of them, they did their part. They were good, entertaining, had my questions and things with them. Then there's the kids. The kids in this are. Oh, and then let me not forget the boy Heimdall. Heimdall. uh, feel bad for him. He was protecting his home, but he was just too much of a meat rider. Kratos tried to give him an out, and he wouldn't do it. But besides that, the kids are kind of what destroy the story for me sometimes, in general. Faye was alright too. We got to see her for the first time. She's the girl that plays Karen, I believe, in Daredevil. Uh, but back to it. She was good, pretty. Fig, whatever. Thor's wife name, pretty good. Some of the side dwarves, all that, pretty good. The traveler guy, nice guy. But what's next? Um, Thrud, just not around enough. Even when I played through and like talked to her more, she's not a ton. She's wants to be a Valkyrie, wants to prove herself type stuff. Kind of like a mirror of Atreus. I don't know what, but she's okay. Angerboda is coupled with the most annoying mission in the game, the most forced relationship in the game, and she kind of talks very annoyingly cutesy for me, and she's not the best to me in general. They try to make her seem like some great girl for Atreus. I get it. Loki's supposed to be with that girl in Norse mythology, but for me, it's all forced with those two, story wise, and everything else. But the story in general, I love the way it gets there in the end. In the end, and the ultimatum of it, love it. Brock and Sindri. Uh, I have a brother, and it does make me tear up a bit each time I see Brock die and see him cry, because I am the cleaner one when it comes to me and my brother. My brother is he is shorter than me. He is the one that is a bit dirtier, if I'm honest. But it's just like I can see it right there. Like if I know I'd be the exact same. If my brother died, I'd be angry at Atreus too, because it kind of is his fault. He forced everyone into Ragnarok, damn near. But I'd also kill the guy that did it personally. I don't. There's no like the guy that I hate revenge. Like Kratos said, revenge and justice aren't always opposing sides, which he only learned after Ragnarok, really. Which, yeah, it doesn't. I don't know why revenge isn't always a bad thing and justice isn't always good. Vice versa. A person kills an innocent person, they deserve to die. Plain and simple, really, in all honesty. But I'm not gonna get into that. Brock and Sindri's story, very sad, very messed up. Both of them are now, in a sense, dead. Sindri, the clean, funny little goofball, is dead forever. He lost the only thing he cared about, which was his family. Now he doesn't care about anything. And Brock, good guy, good, funny, foul-mouthed guy, he's gone forever. Whether there's an afterlife for him, who knows? Who knows if in the next game we'll see something from Brock or Sindri to maybe Sindri has somewhat of an ending that's not so depressing, but hey. And that's another part of this. It's all about loss and what you do after it. This game and the story in general with Freya and Kratos and things like that. Past mistakes. It's all has a lot of good messages in it, good gems in it about it. And then that boy Atreus, who is the worst part of the story for me. It's just his logic, his way of going, his way of thinking. It ruins a lot of the story. Like I said, if they both did nothing, Ragnarok wouldn't start. If he didn't actively, like, my thing is, Atreus thought that if he won Ragnarok, that would stop his dad from dying from Ragnarok. If Ragnarok didn't go on at all, Kratos wouldn't die. Also, Kratos would never die from Ragnarok. He got mad at Kratos for keeping little secrets, things that he just didn't want to talk about or care about, compared to him hiding plans and doing things just behind his back. It's just Christ. And they tried to make them both seem wrong. It's really like it's really like 70-30 in Atreus's side. The 70 being Atreus. Him just lying, forcing things down people's throats, going to Asgard, hurting everyone. And I get it. People, like I said before, I said it once before where they said a character has to have flaws in order to grow. Not really. Not really, no. You can have flaws and it doesn't have to be crazy. You can be not the best and still grow. Like in, what's it called? I'm trying to think of something. In a lot of animes, there's that lazy guy. He doesn't really have a flaw. He's not a bad person. He doesn't do bad things, but he still grows. Or it's just in general. There's ways to like look at Kratos. Kratos has grown so much. He did bad before. He's done nothing in the past two games but try to just live his life, be cool, and he's still grown. He's never doing anything crazy. He's only done what he has to do and grew. It's just I don't even know how to explain it. It's just Atreus. It felt very forced with him in the story, messing things up and trying to do his own thing to grow. And it was the whole thing where he wanted to find out what his fate was, the man he wanted to be, his prophecy, what he was supposed to do. And instead of doing it himself, figuring it out himself, he kept trying to let fate decide, like a punk. It's just, I always thought Atreus was smarter than this. He seemed like a smart guy, but to do dumb things like let fate decide everything for you is just stupid. Forget fate. You decide. You do it. It's something. How did he not? It's the fact that he wouldn't listen to Kratos and get that drilled into his head. Kratos killed the Fates at one point. He admitted it. Yeah, I killed Fates. Like, I went back in time and killed the Sisters of Fate. Like, come on. It's even the simple thing of you often meet your fate trying to avoid it. Both him and Odin did the same thing. I think even in the end, Atreus saw that parallel in them. I think that little thing he said, like, this was about you. You have to let go and you have to change. You can't. And that's another good message with the story. It's change. You got. If everyone changed, Ragnarok wouldn't have come. If Thor and Odin and Heimdall could have just changed and been different, it might have not have come. So a few people changing isn't gonna make everything go better. Everyone needs to come together. That's why now it's kind of like how the light and dark elves, they're never going to stop until both sides change. And now the Midgardians have changed, and they are now helping the Aesir and everything, or the Vanir. But yeah, Kratos Atreus is the part of this. I love Atreus. He's cool. He's funny. He's kind of a conduit to us seeing, to new people seeing Kratos in the first game, and he's trying to be his own person. I get that. He's trying to be his own man, walk his own path, which I even agree with him that walking his own path, finding the giants and everything, that's cool if that's what you want to do. But it's the fact that he made the choice of it. It's just everything, all the little stuff he did kept piling up and adding up. He kept fucking up. He kept doing dumb things. But ultimately, the story for me is, I'm gonna have to say an 8, in all honesty. Like, I liked Ragnarok, I like certain beats of it, I like the overall story, but there are just a lot of moments that felt dumb for me, that felt like they were bogged down by garbage that didn't have to happen. But that's just me. 30 equals times. So that would make God of War Ragnarok a 88 or a low B. Oh, no, that's a A minus to a B plus. I would say ultimate. If I was giving a letter grade, I'd say A minus, solid, or at very least a solid A. This game was great. It was my game of the year. Lost. That's fine. We are at the cutoff point though, also, but I'm gonna say a few more things. The next game we will be playing is, if you haven't guessed, it's Ghost of Tsushima. The PS5 version also, New Game Plus also. I have it on PlayStation Plus for free, so I'm gonna go through it, and I love that game. But also another game I thought should have won Game of the Year but didn't. But that's life. Game of the Year isn't exactly the most fair thing. Who really cares? But yeah, that was God of War Ragnarok, New Game Plus. The most recent entry and the end of Kratos and Atreus' story. Who knows what the next game, if there is one, will be, what it'll be about, what we'll do, if Atreus, Sindri, everyone, what's going to happen. But yeah, this game, it's a roller coaster of a lot of emotions and crazy moments. The standout to me will always be Sindri's turn. His turn is something. It's always interesting to see a good man turn bad. It's a bit more interesting than seeing a bad man turn good, in all honesty. Like, kind of like a Modern Family. If Phil lost his whole family and became or in The Walking Dead, if Glenn watched Maggie die, oh, the thing he would have became would have been something demonic. You saw how he reacted when the governor almost did what he did. He was getting angry, but if he saw Negan kill his pregnant wife and their child, yeah, he would have became a different thing. But that's just me. When good guys become bad, it's always crazier than seeing bad guys become good. Like, that would be more interesting than all the Negan stuff. But hey, it's not saying that seeing Kratos become a better man isn't good and inspiring and great and all that. But Christ, it hits you where it feels to see a guy fall and you know he's falling and there's nothing you can do for him. But besides that, I do thank everyone for watching the series that did. Don't forget, like, comment. I answer any comments because I don't get many. Subscribe. It's just a quick click. It won't kill you, trust me. And notifications and all that stuff. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. God of War Ragnarok. New Game Plus. It was this was crazy.